What I'm about to share with you is extremely shocking. Did you know that right now, as you're watching this video, that there are children being sold for sex? A man can come to a brothel where children are sold and pay $25,000 or more to have sex with a virgin child. Where do these children come from? Some of them are sold by their parents for a small amount of money. Some of those parents know what they're doing, but most of them don't. Human traffickers approach parents who are poor and who have lots of children to feed. And they say, we can help you. We can give you $100 right now that'll help you with your family. And then we will take one of your children and put them in a really good family. We'll take them from your home in Cambodia and take them to a rich family in Thailand who can look after them and give them education and love them and give them what you cannot give them. And so the parents think that they're doing good for their child. And the human traffickers give $100 and take that child and sell them for sex over and over and over and over again. The child has no choice in the matter, doesn't know what's happening. We have examples of ones that we have met after the fact and have been rescued from this kind of trade, have told us the story of how they were abducted even and put in a trunk of a car after being drugged and taken through borders, and then they woke up in a brothel and were traumatized over and over again. We can do something about this. Recently, we've had the privilege of opening up a shelter in Pattaya, Thailand, where we're able to rescue children out of the sex trade, out of the brothels. The government is working with us on this. The police force, the social workers are working with us. It's a very dangerous endeavor, as you can imagine. So please pray for us, because cartel owners of children, of the child sex trade, they don't give up that kind of money easily. But we're able to rescue these children, bring them into the shelter, and love them back to life, and believe God for the restoration of the life. And so please pray for us. We're doing this because someone has to be a voice of justice for those children. And that's what you can be in your prayers. But not only are we doing that, we're helping them get their identity back. We're recreating identities. The government's helping us do that. And we're starting up an outreach center in Cambodia, in Phuket, right at the border where a lot of these children go through, where they're being trafficked. And we're stationing intercessors and prayer missionaries and evangelists and those who have a heart for mercy and for justice, who will work with Cambodian ministries to help children at risk. And so we're going to serve those ministries by starting a full-time outreach center. And so we're hosting an internship school called Missions Encounter starting September 1 through a 6-week period where you can join my husband and I and other team members right in Phuket, where we're just going to seek God together and say, God, how do we do this? We're going to submit ourselves to the Lord and say, Lord, here we are. We're little ourselves, but you are great. And you can use the little that we give you to rescue children and lives from such atrocities. And we have faith to believe that that whole industry can stop, because all it takes is the awakening of God and the power of God to transform a nation. Cambodia years ago was caught in a dilemma where millions of people were killed in the killing fields, and when they called out for help, not one nation came to their rescue. They went out in boats and landed on the shores of different nations, and no one would take them in, and so many of them died trying to find freedom. But now is our time to rescue Cambodia, not only from this atrocity of sex trade, and rescuing children at risk, but also to transform a nation to become worshipers of Jesus Christ, saved by the power of his blood. Every nation can be won to God because the kingdoms of this world will become the kingdoms of our God, and you can be a part of that. I want to invite you to join me for this internship for 6 weeks, and also pray about staying with us in Cambodia for 1 year of your life to rescue a nation and to rescue people who are being oppressed by the enemy. The justice of God is being oiled now to rescue souls and to rescue nations. We can do it together when we give our little lives unto him. Give the love in our heart to him so he can use it for his glory. You can find out more information on our internship school, our 6 weeks of internship starting in Cambodia, but we're also going to take you right into Pattaya to be part of an Operation Extreme Love school, rescuing people in Pattaya, and you will see the area where children are sold. You will be able to see it and pray over that area. We rescue the children out of there. We're going to believe together to see this thing demolished. A 6-week internship with us. September 1, mission encounter. Join me there. Go to xpmissions.com for more information. I also want to encourage you to purchase our book called For Their Tears I Died. Everyone should get that book, have it in your library, and give it out to friends. Let your heart break with the things that break his heart. You will read chilling stories of God's redemption, of how he's rescued people out of impossible situations where they've been captured inside of this sex trade and other atrocities, and rescued by the power of God's love because of faithful workers. For their tears I died. Get it at xpmedia.com in the store. Purchase yours today. All the proceeds of the sale of that book, all the profit goes into our missions project. Get it today. For their tears I died. And can I also invite you to give a generous offering into our missions department? Just go online at xpmedia.com and donate now on the donate section. Every single dollar can be used to save a life, to save a nation, and to save a generation.